What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So I've been getting a lot of questions lately regarding so many different pieces of this stimulus package, so I want to address those questions in today's video. What I'm going to do is we have some news that came out just a little bit ago regarding our tax date, so I want to address that and kind of what's going to go into effect because of this. I also want to address the $200 per month for Social Security benefits and also address how many checks are being sent out right now according to the U.S. Treasury. So let's jump into that. First, according to the United States Treasury, we have seen roughly 90 million stimulus checks already go out the door. So yes, 90 million people should have a stimulus check in their bank accounts as of today. That is the good news. The even better news is the IRS is not done. They are going to continue to send out stimulus checks. What we do know is right about 150,000 checks, paper checks, have already been mailed out as of today as well. So that is more good news. A lot of people are waiting on these paper checks and are waiting on the prepaid debit cards as of right now. So those are coming. Here's the issue. The prepaid debit cards, those will most likely not be seen until after March 29th. So we are still about a week and a half away from that. But we do have some people that are saying we are not seeing anything pending on our Direct Express cards. And because of that, I did try to get some more information, tried to reach out to a few contacts of mine. However, nobody has any answers regarding the Direct Express payments. Some are saying that we could potentially see Direct Express get their payments at the exact same time that the prepaid debit cards go out. So if that's the case, that's most likely going to be towards the end of next week, possibly the week after. So just keep that in mind. The hard part right now, today is March 17th. This is the date that many Americans, their $1,400 stimulus checks that were pending for the last, 4 or 5 days, this is the day that a lot of those people received the funds for that money. So because of that, a lot of people are having a tough time waiting for their stimulus checks, and I get it. It's very difficult. However, what we do know is Congress is working to make sure, or the government's working to make sure that your money is coming as quickly as possible. What we do know is that Congress is already working on the next bill, President Biden's $2 to $4 trillion Build Back Better plan. The reason I say it's anywhere from like $2 to $4 trillion is simply because as of right now, nobody really knows how much is going to be included into this. But it all depends on whether or not we still have the filibuster, it turns into a talking filibuster, or maybe it goes away completely. And if this bill has to be passed through budget reconciliation, that changes things as well. Now, many people here in the community have been asking me why is Congress working on a new bill when the current one has not reached the people? And the reason Congress is working on the new bill, and it's not all of them, it's a handful of them. The reason why they're working on this new bill is because they understand how long this is going to take. And this kind of leads us into Social Security and dealing with that $200 per month Social Security boost. Now, I'm not going to address that yet. I'm going to talk about that towards the end of this video. But this is one of the issues is right now Congress is trying to deal with this China policy, according to Mitch McConnell. That's what he calls it. Some are calling it the China package, and then others are working on the Build Back Better plan or President Biden's infrastructure bill. So one thing we do know that is being discussed at this time is the child tax credits. So if you do have any children, 1, 2, 3, 20 children, doesn't matter, as long as they are under the age of 18, have to be 17 or under, you could potentially get a child tax credit because of this policy. What we know is that this child tax credit, we're going to start seeing payments as of July. Well, that's currently what is being reported. That's currently what is what is in the bill. However, some are saying that this might not happen. As we know more on that, I promise I will keep you updated. But what we did hear today is that White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, she says that President Biden is looking at multiple different child tax credit proposals in order to figure out what's the best vehicle moving forward. Right now, he is looking, according to Jen Psaki, he is also looking at Senator Mitt Romney's proposal. And if you remember, Mitt Romney had a proposal for $4,200 per child between 0 and 5 and $3,600 for children between 6 and 17. So it actually increases the payments by $600 per year, which is actually pretty good. That's $50 per month in additional payments. However, they would fund that by taking away benefits from other places. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I will address that later on. Now, what we do know is that President Biden believes that one of the things that is causing the economy to pretty much hurt at this point is the fact that we have about 10 million Americans that are still without a job. Okay, there's about 20 million Americans on some form of unemployment, but 10 million of those do not have a job anymore. So what he's saying is that he believes that providing this child tax credit as a permanent fixture in the tax code would actually help get women back into the workforce. And it might work. The only way to tell is by actually doing it. So we will see, but chances are that will be included into the next bill. Republicans do support this as well. The only issue is, do Democrats support using Mitt Romney's bill, which takes money and funding away from other priorities of theirs in order to fund this one priority? Well, some are saying you have to pick and choose. Now, we still do not know if this child tax credit payment for monthly payments will be in effect starting in July, but right now that is the current date. Some experts say that we should have more information and more details on this bill by the end of April. So, as long as that's the case, we should find out fairly soon. We're already past the middle of March, so we should get some information on it within the next month or so. And speaking of April, here's the big news out today. The new income tax deadline has been extended 1 month. Now, we were hearing reports it was going to be extended to May 15th. However, May 15th is actually May 15th is actually a Saturday. So instead of cutting this off on Saturday, the IRS is going to cut this off on May 17th, which is a Monday. So they're going to extend it an additional 2 days. Now, here's the reason why this is beneficial to all of us. Here's what we know. The good thing is that with this change, it frees up an additional month where hopefully, and this is according to what many experts are saying, hopefully what happens is the American people decide, you know what, I have an additional month to file my taxes. Let me just push it off back into May. And by doing so, what happens is this actually frees up the IRS's time where they can now go and do the returns to people that are still waiting. I personally have family members that have been waiting about a month or so just to get their income tax return and still have not received it, simply because it's probably in the back of their pile. They're probably still working through this, sending out the payments, and obviously with stimulus checks going through right now, it makes sense that the IRS is a little bit behind. But just keep in mind that this is good, because if the IRS kind of frees up some of their time, most likely we will see all these refunds that people are waiting on. They will most likely go through, which could actually help out the economy, and is obviously going to help out millions and millions of people. Now, let's address where we're at with the $200 per month Social Security boost. This is a question I get all the time, and I'm more than happy to answer this question every single time, because I understand how many people are impacted by not having this additional help and relief. What we know is that many, I don't know about every single one, but many people on any type of Social Security benefit, any Social Security recipient out there, that has been impacted because of gas prices, because of medication prices, food costs, right? Electrical bills, all these things. Everything is going up, but the cost of living adjustment at 1.3% is not much, and that's what it was for 2021. Well, here's what we are hearing now. There are reports that some lawmakers are looking into the Social Security boost. It doesn't specify whether they're looking into just a boost or this $200 campaign promise from President Biden. But what I can tell you is there is some people looking into this. Right now, they are saying that this is not the most pressing issue for lawmakers. Now, I know that's tough to hear, but and here's the reason why, because I want to be 100% clear. It's not because it's not important, it's because it falls in line, and it is like third or fourth in line of what should be priority. Here's what we're hearing. Right now, lawmakers are more worried about getting a bill passed to either compete with China so that we do not have to go and pretty much rely on China to give us all of our products. This is big for semiconductors, 5G networks, all this stuff, right? But some are saying that right now they're worrying more about competing with China, and then they're going to deal with infrastructure, or vice versa. Here's the issue. To do or what Mitch McConnell calls a China policy, or what some are calling a China package, to do this, negotiate this bill, have it be bipartisan, and have it go to a vote on the House and the Senate and signed into law by President Biden, this is most likely going to take a month to 2 months. Most likely this is going to take 2 months. So let's say 2 months down the road. And again, it doesn't matter if this is first or the infrastructure bill is first. Okay? Here's what we know. The China policy is going to take 2 months. Okay. So we're in the middle of March. Let's just say April 1st. Okay? So we got all of April, all of May to deal with the China policy. Well, we've already been told the infrastructure bill, chances are it's going to take anywhere from 2 to 3 months. So if we factor that in, let's say we got all of April, all of May. So now we're starting June 1st for infrastructure. So we got June, July, and August. So now by the 1st of September, that's when Congress should be able to, kind of get back to work as far as what else they need to pass. Well, the issue is they do go on vacation. They have a summer recess for a month. So the issue there is pretty much lost all of August. But factor in that additional month, that brings us actually to the end of September, which means most likely we would not see anything really get done for Social Security if it's a standalone bill not attached to the infrastructure bill, which many people do not anticipate it will be at this time. So here's the issue. Some are saying that it's going to be so far into 2021, it would make sense that we do not worry about that now. We worry about the other things that are a little bit more pressing, according to lawmakers, and then they will deal with this issue in 2022. But in 2022, the issue is, well, we could see a cost of living adjustment. According to experts, they are expecting it to be around 3%. So the issue is, if we wait long enough, then we will pretty much be in 2022. And if all experts are currently expecting to see a 3% cost of living adjustment, then why would we go and increase it anymore? That's kind of what we're hearing. And again, it's horrible news. It's not what you want to hear, but that is kind of what they are discussing at this time. Now, there's not a lot of discussions on this. There's not a lot, but there are some, and the news that we are hearing is not great. So just want to provide you with that little update because I know a lot of people have been asking. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of speculation on what's going to be in this next Build Back Better plan. Honestly, nobody really knows. We know what progressives want. We know what some centrist Democrats want. We know what Republicans want as well, but we haven't been 100% told exactly what's going to be in this bill by President Biden. He's alluded to certain things, yet it's still fairly generic as to what we're going to see. So until we get more information, again, I don't know how long that's going to be. I don't know when it will be. I don't know who we're going to get this information from first, but as soon as we do, I promise I will come back and update you on all that information. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.